Hello students, welcome to RG Studio. My name is Rahul, I am a teacher. In this video, I will give you information regarding sample paper for the preparation of entrance exams for MPH, Master of Public Health, and MHF, Master of Hospital Administration for various university and institutes like Common University in Trent, CUT PG, AIMS Raipur, AIMS Rishikesh, AIMS Jodhpur, JIPMER Pondicherry, Nimhans Bangalore, Christian Medical College, Vellore, किंग जॉर्ज मेडिकल यूनिवर्सिटी लखनऊ, सावित्रीबाई फुले पुणे यूनिवर्सिटी, निम्हांस बेंगलोर, ICMR भुवनेश्वर, लखनऊ यूनिवर्सिटी, SGPGI लखनऊ, पंजाब यूनिवर्सिटी, and for all other university and institutes which conducts Master of Public Health MPH, Master of Hospital Administration MHA entrance exams, and students who are preparing for various university and institutes, Public Health, Hospital Administration, MSc Zoology, Botany, MSc Biochemistry, MSc Biotechnology entrance exams. And for this, if they want online or offline coaching and want important questions, PDF notes, they can WhatsApp on 9411513974. And for the preparation of competitive exams, there is a WhatsApp group which link you will get in description box. Kindly subscribe to the channel so that you can get the information for important videos and get the information for various admissions and jobs. Kindly like, share and comment this video. So here first question is, according to international health regulations, there is no risk of spread of yellow fever if the Aedes aegypti index remains below. According to international health regulations, there is no risk of spread of yellow fever if the Aedes aegypti index remains below. Options are 1%, 5%, 8%, 10%. Correct answer is 1%. So according to international health regulations, there is no risk of spread of yellow fever if the Aedes aegypti index remains below 1%. Its explanation is yellow fever is the only disease expressly listed in the international health regulations IHR for which countries can require proof of vaccination from travelers as a condition of entry into a country. Next question is second, the clinical incubation period of filariasis is. The clinical incubation period of filariasis is. Options are A 10 to 20 days, B 3 to 6 months, C 6 to 12 months, D 8 to 16 months. Correct answer is option D 8 to 16 months. So clinical incubation period of filariasis is, correct answer is 8 to 16 months. The clinical incubation period of filariasis is 8 to 16 months. Its explanation is filariasis is an infectious disease that spreads through mosquito bites. Some people have no symptoms, others may have inflammation, swelling or fever. So the clinical incubation period of filariasis is 8 to 16 months. Next question is, which of the following makes water a liquid at room temperature? Which of the following makes water a liquid at room temperature? Options are A non-covalent interactions, B hydrogen bonds between water molecules, C van der Waals forces of attraction, D covalent bonding. Correct answer is option B hydrogen bonds between water molecules. So hydrogen bonds between water molecules makes water a liquid at room temperature. Its explanation is the cohesive forces that keep the water a liquid at normal temperature is provided by hydrogen bonds between water molecules. Next question is, the heat of vaporization of water is. Options are A 540 kilojoule per gram, B 580 kilojoule per gram, C 1060 joule per gram, D 600 kilojoule per gram. Correct answer is option A 540 kilojoule per gram. The heat of vaporization of water is 540 kilojoule per gram. Its explanation is the heat of vaporization of water is around 540 kilojoule per gram. Next question is question 5. The degree of ionization does not depend on which of the following parameter? Options are A nature of solvent, B temperature, C concentration, D current. Correct answer is option D current. So the degree of ionization does not depend on current parameter. Its explanation is current has no effect on the degree of ionization. Temperature, solvent type and concentration are the only variables. Next question is, based on which of the following enzymes hydrolysis reactions are catalyzed? Options are A hydrolase, B oxidoreductase, C isomerase, D ligase. Correct answer is option A hydrolase. So based on hydrolase enzymes, hydrolysis reactions are catalyzed. Its explanation is food degradation and digestion are aided by hydrolysis, which catalyze hydrolysis reactions. Next question is, which of the following is an amino acid? Options are A serine, B alanine, C glycine, D proline. Correct answer is option D proline. So among the options, serine, alanine, glycine, proline. Proline is an amino acid. Its explanation is because it contains the CNHOH group. Proline is classified as a secondary amino acid, sometimes known as an amino acid. Next question is, which of the following is a 39 hormone of the anterior pituitary gland? Options are A glucagon, B bradykinin, C corticotropin, D insulin. Correct answer is option C corticotropin. So corticotropin is a 39 hormone of the anterior pituitary gland. Its explanation is the anterior pituitary gland produces corticotropin, a 39 hormone that activates the adrenal cortex. Next question is, which of the following statements is correct about column chromatography? Options are A resolution improves as column length increases, B mobile phase is a porous solid material kept in the column with appropriate chemical characteristics, C stationary phase is a buffered solution that percolates through the mobile phase, D large proteins exist the column faster than tiny proteins. Correct answer is option A resolution improves as column length increases. So the statement resolution improves as column length increases is correct about column chromatography. Its explanation is, as the length of the column grows longer, the entire protein band widens as it passes through it. Individual proteins eventually separate from one another, generating bands within the larger protein, and this separation grows as the column lengthens. Next question is, who deduced the double helical structure of DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid. Options are Watson and Frankie's Crick, Frederick Sanger, Anton van Leeuwenhoek, Mendel. Correct answer is option A Watson and Frankie's Crick. So Watson and Frankie's Crick deduced the double helical structure of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. Its explanation is the double helical structure of DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, was discovered in 1953 by James D. Watson and Frankie's Crick, who postulated a structural basis for its accurate replication. Next question is, the simplest and most effective technique of barrier nursing. Options are A use of PPE, B disinfection, C hand washing, D sterilization. Correct answer is option C hand washing. So the simplest and most effective technique of barrier nursing is hand washing. Hand washing is the simplest and most effective technique of barrier nursing. Its explanation is the nursing technique by which a patient with an infectious disease is prevented from infecting other people is called barrier nursing. Hand hygiene is the simplest, most effective measure for infection control. Next question is 12. The earliest recorded pandemic, the Black Death, was speculated to be. Options are plague, rabies, leprosy, none of the above. Correct answer is option A plague. The earliest recorded pandemic, the Black Death, was speculated to be plague. Its explanation is plague is a serious bacterial infection that is transmitted primarily by flies. The organism that causes plague, Yersinia pestis, lives in small rodents found most commonly in rural and semi-rural areas of Africa, Asia, and the United States. The organism is transmitted to humans who are bitten by flies that have fed on infected rodents or by humans handling infected. Next question is, biomedical waste management and handling rules came into force in India on. So its correct answer is option A 28 July 1998. Biomedical waste management and handling rules came into force in India on. Correct answer is 28 July 1998. So on 28 July 1998, biomedical waste management and handling rules came into force in India. Its explanation is, as per the act passed by the Ministry of Environment and Forests in 1986 and notified the biomedical waste management and handling rules in July 1998. It is the duty of every occupier in case of AIIMS, the director AIIMS, that is a person who has the control over the institution or its premises, to take all steps to ensure that waste generated is handled without any adverse effect to human health and environment. So next question is, sudden attack of shivering accompanied by rapid rise of body temperature is known as. So correct answer is option B, rigor. Sudden attack of shivering accompanied by rapid rise of body temperature is known as rigor. Its explanation is, a rigor is an episode of shivering and feeling very cold whilst your body temperature rises above normal, followed by an episode of feeling very warm whilst your body temperature falls again. Next question is, normal serum sodium level is. Correct answer is option A, 135 to 145 milliequivalents per liter. So normal serum sodium level is, correct answer is 135 to 145 milliequivalents per liter. Its explanation is, a normal level of sodium in your blood is between 135 and 145 milliequivalents per liter, MEQ per liter, milliequivalents per liter, which measures how much sodium is available to interact with other molecules in your blood. Next question is, the bacterium Yersinia pestis causes. Options are bubonic plague, rubella, rosella, measles. Correct answer is option A, bubonic plague. The bacterium Yersinia pestis causes bubonic plague. Its explanation is, plague is a disease that affects humans and other mammals. It is caused by the bacterium Yersinia pestis. Humans usually get plague after being bitten by a rodent flea that is carrying the plague bacterium, or by handling an animal infected with plague. Next question is, which of the following cannot be transmitted via infectious droplets? Options are rubella, common cold, influenza, none of the above. Correct answer is none of the above. So question is, which of the following cannot be transmitted via infectious droplets? Options are rubella, common cold, influenza, none of the above. Correct answer is none of the above. So its explanation is, rubella, common cold, influenza all can be transmitted via infectious droplets. So rubella, common cold, influenza, these all can be transmitted via infectious droplets. Next question is, Lyme disease is transmitted to humans through. Options are touching an infected person, B, kissing an infected person, C, having sex with an infected person, D, none of the above. So correct answer is option D, none of the above. So Lyme disease is transmitted to humans through. Correct answer is none of the above. Its explanation is, Lyme disease is caused by the bacterium Borrelia burgdorferi and rarely Borrelia mayoni. It is transmitted to humans through the bite of infected black-legged ticks. Typical symptoms include fever, headache, fatigue, and a characteristic skin rash called erythema migrans. Next question is, the 1918 flu epidemic pandemic, also called the Spanish flu, was caused by. The 1918 flu pandemic, also called the Spanish flu, was caused by. Correct answer is option A, H1N1 influenza A virus. So the 1918 flu pandemic, also called the Spanish flu, was caused by H1N1 influenza A virus. Its explanation is, the 1918 influenza pandemic was the most severe pandemic in recent history. It was caused by an H1N1 virus with genes of avian origin. Next question is, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease can be contracted only if. Correct answer is option A, consume nerve tissues, brain and spine of cattle infected with mad cow disease. So Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, VCJD, can be contracted only if. Correct answer is, consume nerve tissues, brain and spine of cattle infected with mad cow disease. Its explanation is, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease is a degenerative brain disorder that leads to dementia and ultimately death. So in this video, information regarding sample paper has been discussed for the preparation of entrance exam for public health and hospital administration. and other competitive other entrance exams for various university and institutes like CUT, AIMS, JIPMER, NIMHANS, CMC, KGMU, SPPU, NIMHANS, ICMR, LU, SGPGI, PU, etc. And for students who are preparing for various university and institutes entrance exams for public health, hospital administration and other entrance exams. And for this, if a student want online or offline coaching and want important questions PDF note, they can WhatsApp on 9411513974. Thanks for watching this video.